Right, so next map is going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar with 20 Tick Gaming on the red team. And we also have No Name on the blue team. Still don't know their name, unfortunately.
Yeah, so what are some key notes to note on this Watchpoint Gibraltar map? What do KS or what does 20 Tick need to do to get back into this game?
Basically, first thing the Hanzo needs to do is Sonic Arrow this room on the right. And you should see the Sonic Arrow coming in. However, he doesn't do that. In most cases, you would really want to do that mostly for the fact that sometimes a team likes to hide in there. But basically, they're running a huge pick comp right now. So the only thing that 20 Tick really needs to do is allow for space for that Hanzo to get in there. That's what the Reaper is usually meant for. Is like the Reaper and Reinhardt are going to be pushed up in the front lines, and Hanzo's going to try to get picks.
Blue team actually going aggressive. Water and Pho going behind them with the Genji and Winston doesn't work out too well as both of them get picked. So blue team is going to fall apart here, and red team going to be pushing. Only weapons going down, so it's still going to be a 5 versus 3 advantage actually. Actually, no, blue team coming in, flooding in pretty quickly, but it's still 4v5. Winston jumping onto the point, not going to last much longer. Huckleberry being really charged right now. That's always scary to see when you see 100 charge Zarya just focusing your tanks down, just melting them. They're just like void rays. But red team not going to do very well. Gorilla is coming in here with the nano boost. Not really going to get much done, but he does cause disruption.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of nano boosting Winston. However, if you look at the the Hanzo ult misses, but actually red team were able to get a bunch of kills. So red team, unfortunately, they used way too many ults during that, like because since the Hanzo ult missed, they ended up having to use 2 other ults. So they just basically wasted like a bunch of ults in there. Like that was 1, 2. I think they might have used 4 ults during that, from what I remember. Maybe even 5 because the sound barrier is really low. So blue team are going to have a huge ult advantage coming into this next fight.
Yeah, only Tickety with his ult having that nano probably gonna hold on for Reaper while blue team gonna have 4 ults up. Nano, Genji, Zarya, and Lucio. So that's gonna be a ton of ults to work with from here. Red team gonna actually just need to do a dry push and try to pop some of the ults while building some of their own.
Right now, red team, their goal right now is to try to kill 20 Tick as quickly as possible. Because what 20 Tick should do in this moment is that they should know that they don't have ult advantage. They should be like, guys, we need to get there as quickly as possible and deal as much damage as possible.
And here comes a Nano Genji going out. Pho gonna get Bosco, but needs to get a lot more. But no, Pho is actually asleep on the ground, so Water is picking up the slack. Gonna be brawling here with the other Ryan, and yeah, he gets 3 kills, 3 final touches. So the great stuff from Water and amazing sleep from Pharaoh. Actually, was it Pharaoh? No, it was Tickety. Tickety slept that Nano boost to Genji, so that pretty much prevented some casualties. The only casualty being Bosco there, Lucio.
Yeah. Red team could have really capitalized on that sleep on that Genji right there, because they could have forced red team to use a lot more ults than they had to.
And we're gonna see the Black Hole Deadeye come out, working actually pretty well. The Deadeye works well into the shield, and Fun Pie here are gonna clean them up. So we're gonna see these ults coming up for red team here. They're gonna have the Beyblade, they're gonna have the Earth Shatter, and they're gonna actually have Sound Barrier. KSF, who is he? His ult is up. So yeah, they're gonna get Dragon soon.
In my personal opinion, basically the second they lost that last fight, Goober should switch to Winston. They're all on high ground. The only way how they're gonna get them off high ground is by basically like getting a really good Graviton and Hanzo pick. However, he does get a good pick, but blue team still have the high ground. They have a huge advantage right now. Red team can't really do much.
And here comes that dragon, gonna get them off high ground. We're gonna see a nano boost onto weapons here. Weapons going for the Earth Shatter into charge. That's gonna clean them up. And red team are probably gonna win this fight. They have like a 6v3 here. No, Kosi actually gets taken down by Nope. So now red team, they're actually kind of pushed up. Actually, they're just staying on cart, and KSF and Tickety just stood on this cart while their team was fighting.
Yeah, the blue team made a huge mistake right there. I would have gone with the more passive play by like what basically happened was KSF did his Hanzo ult. He tried to force he tried to force them off of it. They should have just gone backwards instead of engaging them, because they had a huge advantage on high ground.
Yeah, so we're gonna see blue team clean up the red team. Red team not having much ults to work with under a minute to go. Kosi gonna have the only ult on the team, while blue team are gonna have 4 ults coming up. Almost has his Dragon Blade along with McCree's ult, Deadeye, Graviton, and Sound Barrier.
If you look at Guga right now, he switched to Winston. A very good choice on his part, and he's doing exactly what a Winston should do in this situation. He's getting up on high ground, trying to get them off of it.
Yeah, and great prediction actually. The Winston tried to do something, but Pi Hero gonna be ulting with the nano boosted Genji. So yeah, 30 seconds left. Red team might have one more push. We're gonna see Weapons and Kosi still have their ults. KSF might get Dragon Blade during this fight, but they just need to go in and just pop them as they come. Blue team right now almost have none ults besides Water, almost getting Earth Shatter.
Yeah, very good play from blue team right there. Red team have barely had the chance to even have a remote chance at dealing with blue team right now. Even with the Winston, like they could have gone with a full dive comp. Actually, that could have worked. Get a Diva Winston, that could have worked.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Nano Genji Nano Reaper comes out, but he doesn't touch cart. Water is gonna Earth Shatter them, and that's gonna be round 4 for a blue team. Stopping 20 ticks so close.
Yeah, that was a very good play from blue team right there. What basically won them that fight was staying on high ground. Like, because you're getting on top of that airship right there. Like, when it comes to this game, a lot of advantages come from being on high ground. For example, i.e. Hollywood, second point. Everybody goes on top of that high ground right there. Everybody does that. If you don't do that, you're basically wasting that second point.
Yeah, and you actually called it out for the Winston choice. They did switch, but they kind of switched a bit late, and I noticed that their comp, they could have done things to deal with the high ground, such as go for Genji, Mobile Assassin, or Pharah, actually, to actually just jump up there and knock them off spaceship. So there's a lot of things that 20 Tick could have done, but blue team could have done that they actually didn't do.
So right now, blue team are running a really interesting comp. They have a Diva Winston, the Reaper McCree, Zenyatta, and Ana. Now, if people weren't watching the game right now, and I were to describe that comp, what side would you think that would be on?
Probably attack.
Yeah, what they're basically trying to do is trying to be as aggressive as possible with their defense. And
yeah,
it's a bit risky because the Reinhardt, when you run a Reinhardt, you want consistent. Reinhardt is a very consistent player. Dive comms with Diva Winston on defense are very inconsistent. They either work extremely well or they don't work at all.
Yeah, and we're actually gonna see. So we're gonna see that double dive, as you were saying, paired with McCree and Reaper. While on the red team, they're gonna have Roadhog and Hanzo. So they're going for a pick team, and they do spot this out. So they spot out the Winston and Diva. So we're gonna see how blue team decides to play this. Like, what characters is Diva gonna dive here?
Basically, the right way to deal with this is that Hanzo's playing this really well. He's dealing a bunch of damage, and I would actually see Pi Hero switching to Reaper pretty soon if blue team keep this up.
Yeah, so I just realized that Diva was probably chosen to counter Hanzo actually, but as we see here, Diva not doing much. So blue team gonna be pushed back to this, to the point here. Tickety's playing on that high ground, trying to heal that Winston up, but Winston gets purpled, and he's gonna jump back, trying to get healed. Who got nano boost there? It's gonna be Reaper. Does he have Death Blossom? No, he doesn't. Actually gets charged off the map from water, and why he's just gonna fall down into the water actually. So yeah, interesting little charge there. Gonna probably win them the team fight here. Goober and Tickety along with the Diva left, and they're just going to go down. They don't really have damage, but they're trying to stall. Winston goes ape, and he's just going to try to stay alive here.
Yeah, basically Foe did everything he could. Like, he did a phenomenal job there. Dealt a lot of damage, he got a few picks, and Reinhardt's actually being super aggressive right now. Like, in fact, I would even say too aggressive. Like, he's so desperate to kill this Lucio that the Lucio is actually not being smart right now, because he should have honestly just died a lot earlier, because the only thing he's doing, yeah, like right there. Now his team has to wait for him before they engage. If red team were to engage like really soon, the Lucio won't be there to speed boost.
Yeah, that's what you call a stagger. When you kill somebody very late and it causes bad team fights for the opponent team, that's usually what how teams snowball. And it seems like we're seeing this in effect. But blue team, actually, Bosco getting back immediately because he's Lucio, actually has that speed boost, so he gets back in the fray really quickly.
Yeah, and Guber does a really nice job of getting 2 kills there as well. And right now, KSF is being extremely aggressive along with Guber, because basically with this comp right now, the way how they want to run it is Reaper is going to jump up with Winston. Reaper is extremely good on close range along with Winston, and McCree's going to try to stay in the back line and just kind of deal chip damage as well. Because in this comp, you want to have the Reaper deal the most damage.
And you saw there Guber jumps onto Genji. Winston actually being a really nice counter to Genji, just allows him to zap, to keep his zap gun onto that Genji. Genji can't really do anything about it. Winston definitely tanking better than Genji.
Yeah, if you look on red team right now, they have 4 ultimates up right now. And if you look, blue team, they switched off the D.Va. And in all honesty, they should have switched off the D.Va sooner. Like, the D.Va wasn't working right there.
I mean, yeah, they tried.
Yeah, they tried with it. Now, a thing that people should know about scrims is that sometimes people want to try out comps, and they just want to stick with that comp, which is fine. That won't work in a tournament, but it's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Black Hole plus Dragon Blade come out from red team. So Pho here, I'm gonna have to make use of that Dragon Blade, but no, he gets taken down by Kosi. Kosi actually does take down Winston as well, so that's gonna be 2 picks for him. And yeah, blue team are gonna aggress onto this team, but Reinhardt just shielding and backing up as they should after losing 2 picks.
Right now, if you look at red team right now, actually, if you look at blue team, when I said during the last game about counter comps, blue team has a counter comp right now. It's a counter dive comp. Like, the Winston, if they play right, the Winston should be killed fairly easily when he jumps them.
KSF actually gets nanoed on the spaceship, so he didn't do much with that nano boost. Actually, he just goes down to Pi Hero, and we're gonna see how engaged. But red team blue team actually gonna be missing their Reaper. So yeah, this looks like a favorable fight for red team as No takes down Goobear. Reaper is pretty staggered here, but it looks like they're just duking it out. And red team gonna have 4 people still alive on this payload with this completely staggered blue team.
Yeah, and right now red team has huge ult advantage, and the sound barrier comes out.
And we see Kosi with his Deadeye waiting for the deflect to go away. Gets a Bass and Pho. Nice flash onto Zarya. You're going to get the headshot. Weapons is going to get that pin. And KSF is going to take a nice little nap from Ana here. Pharaoh actually managed to kill Pi Hero, so that's a little good pick off from him. Going to build some ult. Pi Hero The closest one to get ult for red team, while for blue team they do have Earthshatter, Soundberry, and Death Blossom coming up.
Bit of a waste of a nano boost right there. They had no need to use it because they already won the fight. There was no need to use the nano boost right there.
Yeah, we're gonna see Pharaoh take down Blue Bear, and Dragonblade coming out from Pho. Is he gonna do anything with it? No, because the Sound Bear is actually on. Kosi can't find a pick of their own, so very hectic battle going on. Kosi trying to run from that Winston, that Primal Rage, being so strong, knocking opponents back. And yeah, nice little boop from Bosco here. Nano Zarya from the red team actually. Nano Zarya can actually be very strong with 100 charge. Melts down targets very fast. It's just left to Bosco and the Rhine to hold this. And yeah, they do it successfully. Red team is gonna get held on that first point, but actually they did push farther than the blue team.
So they win. So GG's all around. That was a very good game of Watchpoint Gibralter.